What's going on, everybody? This is Sunaak here, welcoming you back to another episode of The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. In the last episode, as you saw, we got here to this very mysterious place. I'm pretty sure if you guys have played older Zelda games, you might know where this place is. But we got to this place in the Sacred Grove, so we ended up putting the Master Stone here, and we saw a staircase kind of illuminate in front of us that we can go across. So in today's episode, we're going to go ahead and do that. But before I do, make sure you guys do like the video, guys, if you enjoy what you're watching, and subscribe to join the Sunaak squad today. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. So this is going to be one of my... This one's very interesting. It's very, very cool, I will say. So if any of you fans of Zelda have played the previous ones, you might know where this one's going. Yes, this is the Temple of Time. So, huge throwback to Ocarina of Time and the whole Temple of Time shenanigans there. So, very, very cool that they decided to do this. Link, don't you think there's something odd about that statue? In the grove and this temple entry, there were always matching ones on each side, but there's only one here. Why don't you use your senses to take a look around? Okay, so there's one here. We can't really do anything in this room yet, but there is a switch here that activates that little platform, but we come off it lowers. I believe you could use these red pots too. Let's see. Yeah, you can use those little red pots, but you can also use that little black statue that's over there too. So whatever just fits your fancy. I just like to use the pots because they happen to be close by. So very interesting. This place is going to be very, very interesting. I'll deal with you two later, or in a bit. Just want to come over here, come light these torches real quick, because there is a chest here for us that will be useful. So let's go ahead and open it. It's not useful, it is necessary. So, oh, perfect. Alrighty, so now we see Uku here. Not so fast. At last, this is it. This is where I've been trying to get to. The ancient technology of our people sleeps in this place. We've searched all over, and now we're close. I can smell it. Once we find that thing, we can go home at last. Oh, gracious, yes. Young man, we're so close, so please help us find what we're looking for. So we reunited with Uku. Very interesting. Again, set of characters, as always. But needed the key to come up here. We'll be back in this room later. There might be a lot of backtracking in this one, especially, but we'll see why later. But these are young Gomas here. Yes, Goman, kind of like in reference to the spider boss in Ocarina of Time. Yeah, Ocarina of Time. So again, you're going to be seeing similarities to a lot of things from Ocarina of Time in here, mainly that, or their iterations of Twilight in here. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I wonder why they decided to not have the Temple of Time actually be a dungeon in Ocarina of Time. I think it might have been more time constraints, if anything, and maybe limited hardware. I could be wrong, maybe, but I think I heard something about that. But as you can see, once we open up that, we can't really move forward without us being blocked there. So that was the reason why those chests had arrows, was that you can just hit those pots. Now we can just move forward. If you get stuck in here and need to go back, all you'll need is just your hook shot. You can see it right here, yeah. So you just need your hook shots. So not too bad. We're gonna be seeing a lot of these enemies. I wonder what maybe any kind of significance these enemies might have in this area. Maybe it was just because of enemy placement, who knows, I don't know. But I always like to think of enemies placed in the dungeons and stuff kind of having some kind of relevancy in the areas, and maybe they live here, I mean, like, bats are kind of a given. Let's be real. Okay. So we need these things here. Just throw them across because I don't like to climb back up for the second one. Just throw them across here. There's a statue here to my right. Again, this is going to be another enemy in reference to some of the older enemies. If you guys are very familiar with Armos, those little statues that once you touch them, they'd like animate. So these are the Twilight versions of Armos. Once you... the way they move is very interesting because once they are awake and you're trying to fight them without like going in the back like I did, they're very slow, and you can kind of just go around them and hit them the way that I did real easily. But once they die or are about to die, you'll see that they start flailing about. So kind of like the other iterations of them too, except I don't think they explode compared to like the other ones. So could be wrong. I just have my shield up a lot of the time just in case. More spiders. You'll kind of see the theme here for that. A lot of little baby gomas, as the game likes to call them. Like the helm splitter, these guys. These guys can be really annoying in these areas because of how quick they are. But they seem to be bunching them up here a lot, so... we can't really do anything about this yet, but there is a posol right here for us. We have to come back for that later. I don't know why I'm fighting these guys, but just in case, you never know. But the real thing we want to do is just go ahead and climb this thing. What? Where'd you come from? I thought I took everyone over there. Go away. You want to pull out your spinner, by the way. Yeah, because we're going to be able to climb over here. Kind of a little short window to jump off there, but we're needed to be over here. Before you take that little elevator up or down, you want to come and grab this statue because we're going to need them to access another area above, but make sure you grab the one that's right over here. I think if you push... I think this takes me up. Okay, good. It takes me down. We need to go down one floor because we need to grab this statue here. Just a quick sweep around. Yeah, now we go back up. I think we need to go up 2 more floors now. If not, I think it was just the one. Is it just the one? Yeah, it's just the one. Okay. So then you didn't need to take the statue on the lift. You just kind of need to grab it and go to those little buttons over here. Just kind of like to rotate back and forth with these spinners too. Okay. So that's 1 down. Go ahead and go back. I will say about this dungeon is that it becomes a little tedious, but I really love the design though, and it's really cool to see a really big dungeon like the Temple of Time actually be utilized as a temple this time around. You think that it would have been an Ocarina of Time, but I digress. But I like it. It's really, really cool. And I messed up here. You need to put it while you're on there. Okay. So cool. We can move forward a little bit. So, but yeah, I really like the design of this place a lot. You're going to start to see a lot of these dungeons actually kind of get really big, I will say, in terms of scale, I will say, because I think, I mean, I've mentioned that in the beginning, and I don't know if you guys might have felt that while watching this series, is that these dungeons are pretty big. And it's really cool to see, honestly. Cool. So yeah, I also hope you guys don't mind the scheduling as of now, because as of this video going up, which you guys should be seeing this on a Monday, Zelda's gonna be taking the main floor again because we are so close to being done with it that I did kind of also get Crystal established as well, and trust me, that one's actually being worked on in the background as well to being prepared. I'm only releasing Zelda 3 times of the week as well because I felt like the way that I was doing it, I mean, again, you guys could tell me otherwise if this is not working for you guys, or if you guys liked the old scheduling, let me know. But Monday, Wednesday, Friday is what Zelda's going to be uploading, and then as of right now, Soul Link is still going, which we're actually almost done. Very, very fun. Very, very fun. Of course, shoutouts to my man Beegers as always, but I got a key, right? Okay, that's what I did. But yeah, since I got Crystal established, this is what I want to do is since Twilight Princess is actually pretty far in, we shouldn't have way too much we shouldn't be too much longer to finish this series, in all honesty. So I kind of do want to get it finished and then work on Crystal as well as all the streaming stuff that's been going on. So just kind of bantering with myself and seeing how things would work, because once I guess I'll kind of tell y'all now, but once I finish Twilight Princess and Crystal, not that I want to go for like a huge rebrand or anything, like not changing my name or anything like that. I just want to go for I'm gonna start working on more things for the channel, as in maybe like channel art, maybe another character, I could be wrong, possibly another outro, stuff like that. Just gonna be looking into things because yeah, I just want to freshen things up a bit and just change things around. But here we are, we got the compass to kind of stop rambling a bit. I hope you guys don't mind the ramblings either, but either way, we're continuing on because there's really not much to say about this place. Like, I'm just hitting the switch, to be honest. Oh boy, a lot of the same enemies running around as well. Nothing too interesting. Oh look, this one's different. He has a hat on. Okay, cool. So that switch system kind of like integrates with the last room that we were in too, so I just kind of have to pop these back open. Finish this guy off, and we actually have a different iteration of those type of lizard enemies. This one is, as you can see, it's a lot harder to hit. I kind of like to see if I can shield bash it. Yeah, and then Helm Splitter. He follows the side jump or the side roll. So it kind of have to play around, find its little openings and stuff. It can be a little tricky to fight. Shouldn't be too bad. You can also kind of try to catch it. Nah, it doesn't do anything. I don't know why I'm having trouble with this one now. I used to, when I was practice running this thing, I just came in and mollywopped it, but now it's vice versa. Oh, come on. I kind of just like to... Oh my lord. I guess whenever it tries to hit you is when you can do the Helm Splitter, but very useful to have those techniques and stuff. So I think the game sets you up to the point where you can get to this point and that you're going to be running into a lot of the Howling Stones and be able to have all these abilities, because if I'm not... Okay, you want to be careful with that. I don't know why the game made me run that way. God, I just got done dealing with you. The game sets you up to kind of already have like the Helm Splitter and stuff because of these enemies. So which is very cool. But I do like to gather all the... That's what I did the last time. Oh no, you didn't die. Woo! Okay, good. But I do like to have all the techniques because I will say they are very cool. Very, very cool. Just gotta hit that thing again. But these circles are kind of conveniently placed. Oops. Conveniently placed, as I said. So you can keep opening them up. And from a good angle, I guess. Boy, was this one of these dungeons that gave little Sunaak, Kid Knock, as I will refer to myself to. Jeez. Because it just was very intricate, and I guess I was dumb. But very, very cool place again, as always. But you want to be careful with these little gomas and stuff because the little ones here, the baby ones, they always like to run away from you as like they're kind of afraid of you and stuff. But when you're not looking at them is when they'll run up at you. So it's kind of interesting. It's going to be a little annoying later because there's something with a puzzle that you kind of have to be careful with them. But we'll see it in a bit. And as you can see here, we have some scales. But thankfully, Link has the strength of like 50 Gorons and can throw them up. But yeah, we just need to really get across from over here. But we need to figure out that scale a little bit later. This one's a little annoying too. I like to always take care of these little BMOS type things beforehand. Okay. No, nothing here. It's gotta be over here. Alrighty, so we're making some decent progress, to be honest. Alright. Finish you off like that. Oh, cool. We're making good progress. Because I thought this place would have been, to be honest, when I was practice running it again, it's like I thought it would have been way, way longer. But in terms of, I guess, just knowing where to go, also helps out. But hence, that's why I kind of practice run and maybe find an easier route instead of fumbling around in the dark, I guess. But I like to grab this one here, just kind of wait. I could have gone, but okay. Yeah, you needed to turn off this gate here. Very easy. Okay, so this was the room that I was talking about. It's a little annoying. It's a little easier, I guess. I like to use my claw shot. Just kind of spam it. Because you do get a reward for killing them all as well. Oh, cool. I thought you had to kill the BMOS too. But if you kill all the little baby Goma, you get a chest here. But I'm just going to get rid of these guys because they're going to wake up anyway. Come on. Okay. The side jump and everything attack is useful against these guys as well. Do you blow up? Nah, you don't blow up. You just kind of do the regular defeat thing. Okay, just kind of. So unfortunately, it's not like the original BMO or the Armos and stuff, where they kind of like explode, which is a little unfortunate. But oh well. Can't complain that it doesn't do extra damage. But you get 50 rupees. But the reason why I say that you should also defeat them is because if you get hit with this, it drops the pot and will it will drop the pot and break it, which actually that was not necessary. Oh my lord. Okay. Congratulations, Sunaak. Wasted your own time. Okay. So as you can see here, we got a dark room. Once we walk in, I think you know where this is going. Kind of ominous. I love it. I love the setup to this enemy. I will say one of my favorite enemies to fight in this game, to be honest. So we have, and yes, laugh it out now, but we got a Dark Nut here. Interesting name aside, I love fighting these guys because of the fact that, you know, I love fighting sword fighters and all that type stuff as, like, I guess, like, sword fighters fighting each other. I love that type of, like, combat stuff. So it's very interesting. He's gonna be really heavy. He's he's another kind of like reoccurring enemy that comes out in other Zelda games too. You might have known him from Ocarina of Time and also Majora's Mask, where they're very, like, they're heavily armored. As you can see, his attacks like smack you around, and even your shield can kind of like get smacked away, especially if he does that shield thing and you're not ready, he can actually hit you for really big damage. Just like his Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask counterpart, if you damage him enough, he'll throw his sword, which actually can hit you if in later iterations of him. Again, yeah, we fight this character later, but he'll take off his armor and become a lot faster. So very cool. I like these enemies a lot. Especially design-wise in this game too. They're very interesting. Come on. And just like that. I don't think you can mortal draw these guys, by the way. Might have to try that later, but I don't think you can. But very cool enemy. Love the design. Love what they did with him. But with that being said, in typical Zelda fashion, you know, item in the dungeon. And we got the Dominion Rod. This amazing rod can infuse ancient statues with life. So it can move around, as you saw, it can move around like it's master, quote unquote. So it hinted the statue at the very top. All you need to do is get it with it. And then if you move around, it hops around with you. So kind of like to drag it a little bit closer. But also, interesting thing, if you have control of a statue and you press the button that you have it assigned to again, Link will use it like a hammer. I'm trying to show him off, but you see here, it'll mimic Link's movements. So it's very cool. But as you can see, what this theme of this dungeon is going to be is that you're going to want to guide these big statues to these spots. So that's going to be the big puzzle that we have to solve for this, and this is the missing statue that we had in the beginning. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the episode off here, as we still have quite a bit more of the dungeon to go, and I didn't want this to be like another hour-long video almost, which is pretty bad if it was that long. But anyway, in the next episode, we're going to go ahead and see if we can get the statue back down to the first floor and everything as well, so we can open up the next path and hopefully finish off the Temple of Time as well. So I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys then.